When do we use do and when do we use make? Basically, if you already have something, you use do. If you don't have something, so you need to create something, you use make. Does this rule work all of the time? No, it doesn't. But rules never work all of the time. And honestly, you shouldn't be using a rule for this. I'm only giving you a rule because I know that you probably want a rule. What you should be doing is reading and listening to English every day. If you do that, you will see and hear the correct verbs used again and again, and you will never need to think about rules. But now that we understand the basics, let's take a look at 10 situations in which we use make and 10 situations in which we use do. Make food and drinks. I'm going to make pasta for dinner. Make friends. This means that we become friends with someone who we were not friends with before. John is very outgoing and makes friends very easily. Make progress. This means that we move forward in the things that we are trying to do. If you study English just a little bit every day, you will make a lot of progress in 1 year. Make love. This is basically a more romantic sounding way to say have sex. You've probably seen or heard the slogan, make love, not war. Make a mistake. You can say that something was a mistake, you can say that you did something by mistake, or you can say that you made a mistake. Make a phone call. We often just use call as a verb. For example, I called someone. But we also often use it as a noun. I made a phone call. Make a joke. Joke is another word that we can use both as a noun and as a verb. But when we are talking about one specific thing that someone said, we usually use made a joke or told a joke. For example, Steve made a joke about Ahmed's mother. Make a promise. Yes, we often use promise as a verb, but when we are not talking about what we promised, we often use it as a noun. For example, she made a very important promise. Make noise. If you can hear something, it makes noise. My dog makes a lot of noise in the morning. Make a wish. On her birthday, we gave her a cake, she blew out the candles, and she made a wish. Okay, now for do. Do housework. I did some housework yesterday. I swept the floors, vacuumed, and cleaned the kitchen. Do paperwork. Paperwork is basically working with documents. Office workers often have to do a lot of paperwork. Do the dishes. Yes, you can just say wash the dishes, that's fine, but we also often say do the dishes. I'm going to do the dishes after dinner. Do the laundry. When we are talking about washing dirty clothes, dirty blankets, and dirty towels, we often call this doing the laundry. However, you can also just say wash the towels, wash the blankets, or wash the clothes. Do your hair. This isn't actually clear what you are doing with your hair, but it just means that you are preparing your hair in some way, making it look better in some way. I usually do my hair before recording a video. Do your makeup. English learners often want to use makeup as a phrasal verb and say things like, I make up my face. But we don't really say that. We usually use makeup as a noun. I'm waiting for my wife to finish doing her makeup. Do drugs. When talking about using illegal drugs, you can use take, use, or do. The police arrested him for doing drugs in the McDonald's bathroom. Do work. I've got lots of work to do today. Do business. If you want to use more formal language, you could also say conduct business, but we usually just say do business. This company does a lot of business in Japan and Korea. And finally, you can do gardening. You take care of the plants that you already have, and you also plant new ones. My mother likes to do gardening in her free time. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.